we're always told by European diplomats it's the only game in town.
Emergencies only. But don't call asking what the object of the game is. Figuring that out is the object of the game.
The game has changed. Quit playing the game.
You're not in high school anymore, Miss Sullivan. This is the real world.
I think it's on the cards. I mean, Ian Craven has spoken about this, the fake alien invasion at the Olympics.
Mr. Speaker, I may be new to this game, but
and to the extent that we are able to change that game and that but when you say what will happen when all of us are in on the secret instead of just a few of us, that does change the game. And
their goal is the ultimate prize in the life-finding game.
Doesn't have to play out that way. What are you talking about?
I found a way to change the game.
We're sending you home. What did you say? It's time to go home, Sam. Maya's waiting for you.
Experience an intriguing fusion of Tia Maria and cranberry juice. Get behind the mask. Discover more with Tia Maria.
I have these tongs. Ooh, I'm getting a message. Quick, wave. He wants us to wave. What's he saying to you?
I guess pretty much the same thing he's saying to you.
No, he said everyone would get their own personal message. Adjust your putt.
It's the end of the game. A star that has relied on fusion has come to the point where it has nothing more to spend.
Heaven, pearly gates, angels, it's all a lie.
It appears, at least for now, that we're on our own.
I get what's going on here, man. They sent you, didn't they? The CIA.
No.
FBI.
No.
NSA.
No.
MI5.
No.
MI6.
No.
You world order.
No.
The Bilderberg Group.
No.
we can rewrite history. We can prevent mankind from ever developing.
And no one's going to stop you. Because you bred a human race which doesn't bother to ask questions. Stupid little slaves believe in every lie. They'll just drop right into the slaughterhouse if they're told it's made of gold.
Could humans really be the creation of alien beings with extraordinary powers? Do we have a subconscious desire to reconnect with the so-called gods of our past by becoming more like them through advancements in technology?
Limited dominance.
We watch endless amounts of television and movies which says that amongst us are a group of people who are more than just human, superhumans, and that somehow these people are born that way or that something happens to them which triggers this. But basically the underlying subconscious message really is that we are capable of becoming gods.
Implanted within our DNA is this desire to become godlike, be it to fly in the air or swim through the ocean or run super fast or especially to ascend into the stars. Why are human beings so drawn to stories about beings with superior abilities and technologies? Are they looking for something larger and more powerful outside of themselves? Or perhaps within? In Greek mythology, the Titan Prometheus is often credited with creating human beings out of basic materials found on Earth.
Prometheus was playing with mud and made little figurines out of it. And Athena was fascinated with this and breathed life into them.
The cynical read is to say, well, what he wants is somebody to worship him like people worship Zeus. He created us in his image, and he gave us all these skills, culture and technology and medicines, and makes us what it means to be a human being.
Zeus realized he couldn't uncreate these beings, but what he could do is limit them in their capabilities and restrict them in their capacity and prevent them from becoming godlike.
Humans were created according to the image of God, so we are part of them. If the so-called gods had incredible powers, we have them in us too.
You are talking pure dog lies. What do you understand?
The present, the past, they're both in the future. The future is in the past.
Apollo tries to prove he is a god by casting lightning and growing very large. However, they don't buy into it and instead understand that he must be getting his power from an external source.
Apollo taps a flow of energy and channels it through his body? That would seem most likely, sir. Say, 5,000 years ago, a highly sophisticated group of space travelers landed on Earth, around the Mediterranean. Yes. To the simple shepherds and tribesmen of early Greece, creatures like that would have been gods, especially if they had the power to alter their form at will and command great energy. In fact, they couldn't have been taken for anything else.
Anyways, they find out that the source of Apollo's power is a large structure on the planet and destroy it, putting Apollo back in his place.
There is no living being there. There's a machine, nothing more.
Anyways, Vol is bad, Vol is destroyed, and the people are freed.
During recessions, I think the zombies do come out.
Lovely audience out there, like a herd of sprawling zombies.
Yes. Collective delusional mental state. The annual orgy of hypocrisy allows these zombies to spend most of their year. Most Christians spend most of their lives being as unfucking Christian as it's possible to be, without sucking Satan's cock and worshipping a framed dollar bill. So let's get started. It's not my fucking birthday, alright? It never was my birthday and it never will be. In 354 AD, Pope Julius chose December the 25th as my birthday to suppress the celebrations of solstice, an astronomical event requiring knowledge and observation of the real world to celebrate. Popes have a big fucking problem with knowledge, didn't you know? This is an absolute historical fact, so please don't whip out your dribble and start bibling your gobbledygook at me. Just stop with the little baby Jesus rubbish, okay? It's a lie. Get over it. I wasn't born on the solstice. In fact, I wasn't born at all, and I don't exist, except in your mind. Amazingly, the lack of historical evidence for my existence rarely troubles my believers. Why am I not surprised? But just so you know you are living a delusion, here are the facts. There's not the slightest physical evidence of my existence. No artifacts, dwellings, works of carpentry, or self-written manuscripts. All claims about me came well after my alleged life, from unknown authors or from fraudulent mythical or allegorical writings. There are no Roman records of Pontius Pilate executing me. In fact, there's not a single contemporary writing that mentions me. It's all hearsay, i.e. bollocks. There were 21 great historians of the Greco-Roman world whose combined works would fill a library. They did not write or allude to any thesis that God became man, walked on the earth, died, was resurrected, and is now the invisible man in the sky.
Hi! What are you doing?
I've got a new strain of anthrax that I will soon unleash upon all of North America.
Move along, sir.
We believe heaven's real, and by the way, we spoke about abortion. I just want to say that theologically, I believe that every aborted child is in heaven.
Right. So we would be doing them a favour by aborting them then?
No, I'm not saying that. No.
I mean, really, if you want to call that, have your own argument.
That's a very trivial response to a very serious issue.
That's an absolute factual response to what you're saying, if that's what you're saying.
Not saying that, no. God is a God of the defenceless.
Let me ask you, what do you think about this vision of heaven that Suleiman has? I mean, it sounds like it was kind of constructed a little bit, if I may say so, by men.
Well, yeah, it's interesting that every man is going to have two wives. That means there have to be twice as many women who believe this as there are men. Otherwise, there won't be enough to go round, or we'll all have to marry more than one, or something like this. It's not quite clear. But
That's
What is
the Islamic
interesting here?
perspective, not the Christian
What
perspective.
is interesting here actually is that we've got people from different faiths and who all believe in some kind of heaven in a different sense. But every single one of them believes in this heaven on the basis of faith. And faith, by definition, is believing in things without evidence. And personally, I don't do that because I'm not an idiot.
Now, this is just a suggestion, just throwing it out there. Have you considered abortion?
Peter, I think it's too late for that.
Oh, don't let the press put the scare into you. Wade v. Boggs has not been overturned.
Yeah, but you can't really abort a live baby.
Oh, boy, they have got you. Glenn.
There is not a single third-party historical witness for confirmation and not one single mention of God walking the earth in any of their writings. Okay? I'm a lie. Get over it. Finally, let me address the idea that one day I will return to Earth, rapture my followers, and cleanse the planet of evil. Well, notwithstanding my non-existence, why the fuck would I come back here? The vast majority of Christians are horrible people. The most pious nation on Earth, America, is also the most destructive, aggressive, military nation on the planet. Its citizens happily engage in violence, materialism, vengeance, and prejudice. They condone and support money lending while they step over the poor and sick. You people make me puke. So please, stop conjuring me up as an excuse for your awful behavior. And if you still believe in me after all I've said, you're dumber than a rock and crazier than Charlie Manson. Hi, Charlie. But that's okay. I'm sure you'll forgive me.